Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Milk
Eggs
and a whole lot of tea. All right, we are so excited. Our second episode, Allegra, is out now. Thank you guys for watching our first episode. But with that, Allegra, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good, and I can't stop cheesing because this is like our second episode, and this started off as like a passion project. Well, a phone call was like, Brandon, let's start a podcast,
Yeah.
and it's just so it's good to have like overwhelming support by friends and
Yeah.
family, and then like new people, like new followers.
Yeah.
So it's good.
It
We
is.
back.
We back.
We
We
here.
back in the studio. Yes,
Yes.
so excited.
Uh huh.
A lot of planning, like you said, has gone into this. A lot of just, I don't know, we've had fun doing it.
Yeah.
A lot of restaurants that we visited along the way just to
Mhm.
get out of the house and, have
Mhm.
fun with that.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, as some of our friends and family know, that this podcast was built on friendship.
Yep.
And so I really started thinking of like the importance of like friendship and what does that mean and maintaining relationships and like how do you show up as a friend? Me in particular, I'm the check-in friend.
Yep.
So I may not talk to you for a minute,
Yeah.
no hurt feelings, but I'm the one be like, hey boo, how you doing?
Yeah.
Are you good over there? Are you alive? So I know that that's the type of friend I show up, and I'm not a devil advocate friend. I can't stand that. For an
Yeah.
example, like let's say we have an issue, right? And you're
Yeah.
like, well, I want to play devil advocate. No,
No, don't, because there's no reason to play devil's advocate. Whatever
no.
the situation is, the
And
issue is the issue.
although it may not make sense to you, it makes sense to me.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm the if you like it, I love it. But my question to you, Brandon, is
Okay. Uh-huh.
what is your definition or how do you show up in a relationship? Could be romantically, platonic, maybe
Hmm.
a friendship group. How
Yeah.
do you show up as Brandon?
How do I show up as Brandon? Great question.
I know,
So,
thank you. I know.
so I love you. And hence why we're starting a podcast.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, so how I show up in a relationship, one, I believe in you have to be open and honest, with whoever you are,
Mm-hmm.
whoever you're with, whether that's a partner, whether that's a friend, whatnot. Um, but also two, just being able to be transparent with each other, trusting
Mm.
each other. I am an open book. I think you know that from the moment I met you because it was more like, Allegra, Allegra, Allegra. I was just
Yeah,
telling you
and
my
I'm
whole
like,
life
who is
story.
this person?
Right. Now speed forward a couple years and now we're
Yes.
here.
Uh-huh.
But I'm an open book. So what you see is what
Mm.
you get when you meet
Mm-hmm.
me. I have bad days, I have days that I'm more
Yeah.
quieter, but for the 99% of the time, I'm very welcoming. I'm bubbly, I'm open. I'm just, I am ready to give you my all until you mess me up or mess me over,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
But then and then that's a good thing because I give people the benefit of the doubt. But then I've
Mm.
also been hurt that way as well a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what about you? How do you show up in a relationship?
Mm-hmm. Definitely show up as like my authentic self.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to be passive aggressive. People may probably say, yeah, she is passive aggressive in a friendship. I don't know. But I try to be authentic, honest, and I do understand maintaining a healthy boundary to
Yeah.
have a healthy friendship.
Yep.
And I think I'll be good to you and vice versa.
Yep.
But I think in my older years, looking back, don't do that.
I ain't doing nothing.
I moisturize, I hydrate, and I don't look that old.
You
But
don't. You
speaking
don't.
to like my younger self, I would definitely realize like if you want a good friendship does come with a lot of like responsibilities, and also friendship is it's good to have because it's the well-being for you. Like people need a community,
100%.
and everyone is not your friend at the end of the day.
It-
I think we have to decipher like between a colleague, acquaintance, and like a friend.
Yeah, 1,000%, not
Mhm.
100%, 1,000% on that.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you have to understand going back to those boundaries, right? Setting
Mhm.
those boundaries in that relationship or that friendship of saying, you know what, okay, I see you're good from an arm's length, right?
Yeah.
Or hey, I'm going to
Mhm.
pull you in a little bit closer to be my close friend.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think I don't know, when I was like on Instagram looking, I was like, a lot of people, I don't know, find it hard to make friends or to
Hmm.
find friends.
Yep.
So,
So let me ask you. So on that note,
yes.
I like where you're going because
Hmm.
I want to ask you a question about, lifelong friendship, but the journey of the lifelong friendship.
Mm,
So,
mhm,
you know, th- I'm sure you have really good friends or really, you know, or friends that have been your friends for a long time,
mhm,
right? In your season or in your life for this season. So how do you maintain those relationships,
mm,
for those people out there that, might not get that or might not have that lifelong friend yet, and that's
mhm.
okay.
Right.
But from your perspective, how do you go about
I mean,
cultivating that and maintaining it?
yeah, definitely. I think, like, growing up, you do have a certain set of friendship. Like, I call them the Nashville girls,
Mhm. Oh,
and
that's fun.
yeah, there were the people who knew me when I was, like, in my early 20s,
Yeah.
and we all grew up together.
Oh
So
my
we all,
god.
like, at least some of us went to school together. We're the time we were broke
Yeah.
together, had
Like,
no
broke,
money,
broke,
broke,
or
broke,
oh, you was broke, broke.
broke,
Oh, yeah,
broke.
we all been there.
Yes,
Mhm.
and, we all seen our journeys through marriage, death, like, when I
Yeah.
lost my dad in October, I think 2015,
Mm.
but I had a good group of friends, lifelong friends, my Nashville girls, who, like who did this grief process with us.
That's
So,
awesome.
I think through lifelong friends, you do experience your different types of life, a birth, a marriage,
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
And even like I have college friends that I don't talk to them every day, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm the check-in girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we check in on each other.
Yeah.
And I do think there's a different types of like friendships and you would do put them in different like categories, but at the end of the day, like that is okay.
Yeah, but that is fine, yeah,
Mhm.
because not everyone's gonna be that check-in person all the
Mhm.
time, and, we need friends in our life to be like, "Oh, shit, I'm still here,"
Right.
like, "Oh, hi, love you too,"
Mhm.
which is awesome. So, you're basically saying, just the connections that you have, but also to just the experiences that you guys have gone through in life
Absolutely.
to be able to continue to maintain this relationship with each other.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. How about you?
How about me? Um I have a good I don't call them my Nashville
That's my
girls.
name for
Yeah,
my people,
that's
for
yours,
my
which is
girls.
which I
Uh-huh.
kinda want like a Nashville boys,
Oh, okay.
but I don't have close guy friends, too many of them, but
Mm.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But no, I have a good amount of college friends, that I still talk to. One that's actually gonna be visiting me in a couple weeks, which I'm so
Awesome.
excited. Yeah, but to me, it's similar to you. It's those experiences that we go
Mhm.
through. It's the brokeness that we've been
Broke.
through as
Oh.
well. The highs and
Oh.
the lows and everything in between. I think,
Mhm.
and similar to you, a check-in person. I'm kind of like that, but I'm more of like that morale booster person where,
Oh, you're the cheerleader
yeah,
of
oh,
the
I'm
group.
definitely the cheerleader of the group.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I mean, if you ever need me to hype you up, hype something up,
Mm.
call me.
You're the
Call
hype
me.
person.
Yep. Yeah.
I can contest that you are like the hype person.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I like to have fun. I like to be around people who are fun. Not that's okay. Yeah, I do, but it's
Right.
like, I can find fun wherever we're at,
Mhm.
which is good. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like there is always that hype person, there's always a leader of the group, then there's
always.
always the person that are like, "I'll just do whatever the group is doing,"
Yep.
and
Exactly.
and that is okay. But my one question to you is, how do you handle when people friends ghost you, haven't heard from 'em a bit? How do you handle that? I guess it goes back to that season of that saying, like, people come in seasons.
Yeah, people come into your life for
Mhm.
in seasons, which I totally agree. I think we're in agreement there too. Is
Mhm.
um, if somebody ghosted me, I mean, it's of course, I'm gonna reach out and be like, "Hey, is there something wrong? Is there something wrong in your life that's going on that maybe I can help you? Or is there something I did, the
Mhm.
reason that you stopped talking?" Because, I definitely want to get down to the bottom of
Yeah.
it if it is a close friend. If it's somebody that, like, I met once or twice and they ghosted, and I'm like,
Bye.
"Okay, bye,"
Mhm.
But other than that, yeah, I would say I would check in with them,
Mhm.
and see, like, what their situation is. How
Mhm.
about you?
I would probably back in my heyday, like my early 20s, high school, like back in those days, I would probably get in my feelings. Like, is this something I did?
Yeah.
Because I'm a recovering people pleaser.
Mm.
And I would probably like you call, text, whoop de woo, and then like kind of overthink it. But now in my older mature years,
Come on, say it
I would
again.
probably just leave it be.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people come in your life for a reason or a season, and life be lifing,
It life be
and
lifing.
it's not about you. So if they go, they can go,
That's okay.
and
That's a
that's
good
it.
perspective on that.
That's
Yeah.
that's growth.
Yeah.
That's growth.
Hashtag growth.
Growth. When you let them when they go, let them go.
Let them go.
That's
You know what? I'm going to take that advice next time somebody does
yeah.
something. And you know what? I'm just going to be like, it's not worth my time.
It's not. At
And
the
that's
end of
what
the
I'm going to
day.
do. Okay. So, how do you stem from kind of going back to our first episode, right? Our last episode that we just talked about is work besties and kind of how we got to know each other.
Yeah.
How do you transition that friendship from the workplace, that work bestie, into being actual friends?
All right. So it's a checklist. Okay.
Checklist. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get my tea for
Yes.
this.
Because just because you talk to Miss Brenda down the hall, Miss Brenda may be a colleague or a friend. So if you're
Mhm.
going to transition Miss Brenda into a friendship, hey, this is what you got to do. I always say, go out for dinner.
Mm.
Go out for dinner. Let's see what we talk about.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to ask you questions about you because I want to get to know you. I don't want to know about like Miss Brenda at work because you may be different from outside of work.
1,000. Yep. Yep.
Go out for dinner for a couple of times. You never invite anyone back into your home because that's my like safe space. That's like my peace. That's my clarity. And everyone can't be walking into your home.
Yeah.
We're going out for dinner for a while. For a while.
So you're treating it like a date. Like
I'm
we're
treating this
going out to dinner for like
yes.
2 to 3
We
times,
going out
maybe
for dinner.
4.
Yes. And then if they already don't have my personal phone number, because I could do a Google Voice number
Oh, you
and
could.
mask it.
Oh, you could.
But I want to have them my personal number. But
Okay.
before then, we may exchange like, we may follow each other on IG.
Okay.
So I may send you TikTok videos, whoop de woo. We're gonna be laughing and chuckling.
Yeah.
Then we may go out for dinner again.
But which makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Then that's when we're like, okay, she pretty cool. Like she cool. Like
And then does that get an invite to the house?
no.
Yep.
That gets you an invite to another girl's dinner with the rest of my friends.
To spot them out.
Yes, because sometimes your friends can read something like I can't see. Like they be like, girl, she kinda strange. Like this could be a lifetime situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so she will get invited to the girls group, the girls dinner. And then if my girls dinner say, "Oh yeah, she cool," this is serious. This is
Okay, I'm sorry.
academic.
I'm gonna be serious.
Yes.
Okay.
So then if my girls be like, "Oh, she pretty cool," and then a girls' activity, we maybe go bowling. We may do everything like that.
So
Like,
you want to
it's
see all aspects
heck yeah.
before you invite somebody into your like actual friend group, like
Yes.
which makes sense. Okay. You're
Yes.
vetting the process.
I'm vetting you.
Yeah.
And then like my girls group consists of like my sisters. So if my sister be like, okay, she cool. Oh yeah.
Then she cool.
Then she cool. Yeah.
But if not, you ain't
if
gonna
not,
fucks with her.
you're gonna still be a colleague, Brenda.
Brenda in the back, okay?
Brenda, no, it's a process. And then if you like, okay. But I really feel like you don't know anyone. You don't really know a person until you travel with them. So Miss Brenda gonna be on the wait list for a minute before we travel together. It's gonna be a minute before you be like, all right, it's gonna be a minute before you come to my house.
It's gonna be a minute.
It's gonna be a minute because I need to see how you are with like, what do my friends think about you?
You also, needless to say, Allegra, she popped her IG handle in there last time about being single and stuff. So it's a vetting process.
It's a vetting process. It is going with relationships to like friendships. It's a vetting process.
I mean, but I get what you're saying because that's a relationship, a form of relationship, not a partnership, but a relationship of you are letting them in your life little by little and closely and like, I get it.
Yes.
Great, but you got me rolling over here.
Have your boundaries. Like.
Have the boundaries.
Yes. Yeah. Like even if, I don't know, for like in my mind, like different friends know different sides of like college people knew me, high school. Well, I don't really have any high school friends, but that's okay. I don't have like people. Do you have people that remain from high school?
Yeah, I
Oh,
do. I have
really?
a couple of them, yeah. But they were good girlfriends that, we've kept
Mm,
in cut can't even speak. Kept in touch over the years, and we they have kids now. I follow them, like, we just keep in touch every once in a while. We're not talking every day or,
right.
every month, but it's nice, like you were saying earlier, it's kinda like that check-in where we just check in with each other every once in a while.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, stuff from high school. Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, and high school was
Oh
1,700 years
gosh.
ago.
Oh
It was
gosh.
a long time ago. Okay.
Oh yes.
So, how do you continue to grow relationships that are beneficial to you?
Mm,
Because there's so many
mhm.
times where we might know people, we might have people in our lives that are there that, you know, we we've all been there where that person might be sucking the life out of you slowly but surely, and you know it, but you're like,
Vampire sucker.
right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give them a minute or something, and that minute
Mhm.
turns into months, turns into whatever. But how do you manage those, just any relationship of, really making it beneficial to you? How do you
Mm.
prioritize those relationships?
Yeah, prioritize healthy relationships. Yeah, I always go into like after I'm done leaving this person, how do they make me feel? Do they make me feel exhausted
Mm,
or do they make me feel like energized or
mhm,
happy? So I think doing a self check-in with you internally
yep,
and having discernment of like, is this person beneficial to your health? Are they beneficial to your well being? Like, can you learn and grow from this person?
mm.
And after I have a conversation, like for Miss Brenda, and it's like, if she doing
Oh,
all this
Brenda.
complaint, if she doing all this complaining every time, like we all life be life and we get that.
Yeah,
But like, are you sitting in your problem or are you trying to solve your problem? And that's how
that's
I am.
deep.
Like, what are you about? Because we can complain. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds,
Yeah,
but then like, where do we go from here?
wrap the shit up and let's go.
Let it
Yep,
go. Let it
yep.
go. Who said it best? Oh,
Let it go. Frozen?
Frozen. Elsa?
Elsa,
Is
she
it
said, "Let
Elsa?
that shit go.
Elsa said it best. Let it go.
Let it go." She didn't say
Hmm.
shit, y'all, but she said, "Let it
Let
go."
it go. Yeah.
Yeah, she
And be
did.
loyal. Like I'm a loyal friend.
Yeah.
Like I'm loyal.
Well, and that's how you should. That's how you gain trust and build trust with
Absolutely.
people like that,
Mhm.
and hence keep those lifelong friends. You
Mhm.
Texas gals. I mean,
Ugh,
Nashville.
Nashville, how dare he?
Thinking of Texas, I don't know why. Nashville girls. Oh
But
my god.
but
Oh my
also
god.
keep going back to your point, since we're older now, I think calendar invites, because 'cause I'm the type like, "Let me check my calendar before we
Mm,
book
so
anything."
planning, we got a plan.
Planning
Yep.
and find hobbies together.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Eating,
Eating.
going to activities,
Yes.
getting coffee,
Yes.
whatever it is that you need to do, find that hobby with that person in
Yes.
order to cultivate and maintain that relationship.
Absolutely. Celebrate small wins.
Th Really,
That's
really
another
good.
one.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. Celebrate those small wins.
Mhm.
100%. What else do you got?
Yeah, I would say, stay focused on the reason why you became friends.
Ooh.
Mhm.
And that can even go into a partnership as well as like,
Yeah.
how did you first fall in love with that person? What made you fall in love with that person? And like reminding yourself of that reason
Mhm.
sometimes. Cause I mean, relationships, whether you're in a partnership or friendship or whatever, it's hard.
Mhm. Absolutely.
It's hard. It takes two people to tango,
Sure do.
not just one.
Say it again.
Mhm.
Say it again.
Okay.
Yes. And
What you got?
also, I do think, like us, I know we love some of our shows like Real Housewives,
Mm.
finding fun topics. I know you don't like Survivor. Do you watch Survivor?
I have okay, so I haven't watched it this year, but I've watched it in the past, a
So
couple
we can't talk about
episodes.
Survivor together.
No, that's the one show we can't, but Housewives we can, and
Okay.
every other show we can.
Okay.
Abbott
Well,
Elementary, I started that.
I love
I
Abbott
we are
Elementary.
cackling about that
It's
show.
it's a great show, just to, like, sit with your girls or
Y
even, like, with you by yourself because everyone we need
yes.
some restorative time.
Yes.
So, that is
Yeah.
a really great show. But my other question to you, I think we are highly qualified to provide friendship advice.
Oh. Okay. Let me
Okay.
sit up straight.
So I was on Beyonce's internet.
Ooh, come on, Beyonce.
Okay, so we need to help this user out, right?
Okay. What do we
All
got to
right.
help her?
So I don't know that we're gonna call this segment the tea and giving advice.
The tea
The
and giving
tea.
advice. Ooh, I like it.
Okay. Needless to say, my long-term friendship with my best friend has been strained with
Okay.
frequent arguments where I end up apologizing despite her being at fault. I've noticed she never acknowledges me on my birthday, unlike her other
Oh,
friends.
that ain't nice.
So basically, in a nutshell, we have fun together, but the breaking point came when she was creating a scrapbook and she did not provide any pictures of me. Then I noticed on her Instagram, she does not post any pictures of me, leaving me feeling unimportant and questioning the friendship.
Oh.
Brandon,
Oh,
what would you
yes.
say to this user?
What would I say to the user that's friend is doing this, right?
Yes.
Ex-friend.
Ex-friend. Okay.
Listen, you don't need her.
Mm.
You don't. The thing is this. If you have friends that want to, it's not always 50-50. No relationship is always 50-50. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that some people give 60%, some people give 40, vice versa, whatever. And it
Mhm.
depends on the day. So I say, listen, if she's just excommunicated you, doesn't even talk about your birthday,
How dare she?
keeping you out of the scrapbook.
Oh.
Oh, you got me.
Mm.
I'd say let her go. Just like Elsa said. Let it go. I mean, let her go, let whatever it go. Because it's tough love, but it's one of those things where it's you don't need that person in your life who's not
Mhm.
giving forth the effort, you know, to make a relationship with you or to maintain that relationship with you.
Right. I agree. Um, I
Mhm.
think her feelings are valid
Yeah,
because she basically feels
1,000%.
overlooked, unheard, and like unappreciative.
Yep.
And I feel like although you've been in a friendship group, no one should make you feel small.
100%. Yeah.
And the fact, going to your point, that your friend don't post you about you on your birthday. I mean, like,
That's when I came into this
but
world.
you post everybody, and it goes into say that she does post everybody, her other friends, but just leaves her out.
No, so she ain't a friend.
Yeah,
She's
and
not a
so it
friend.
seems like she's not including you.
Yep.
So are you like a friend that she just tolerates? Or are you a friend that she's just like, that person, like, I want to go out for drinks, but let me call so and so because I know they're always available. I don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that. But is she that type of person? But all I see is like red flags.
Red flags.
It's
Yeah.
red flags.
Same.
But it's important to recognize your feelings and you don't want to feel like dismissed
Yeah.
in a friendship group or
You're
just
so
in a
right.
friend. It's like you said, it's a two-way street.
Yep. And I'm sorry about that if you're
Sorry,
out there
boo.
listening. Yeah, just let it go.
All right. My other question is
Okay.
called main character energy.
Ooh.
Despite a 4-year friendship, I feel overwhelmed by my friend's intense main character syndrome and the pressure to be her best friend. I find myself shrinking in her presence and feeling drained by her neediness. How do I maintain a healthy distance without hurting her feelings?
Kind of goes back. We just talked about this a little earlier of being around people who are drained and things like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. We've probably all been there. Out of just a
Mm-hmm.
personal experience, you have to have a talk with them.
Mm.
And it
Have that hard
It
conversation.
it's uncomfortable, let me tell you, but what helped me was I was write things down, I would get with other
Mm.
friends and not to gossip, but just to be like, "Hey, I need to set this boundaries with this one friend. Can you help me to make sure that, I'm not coming across ugly or, arrogant or anything like that?" Like, I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
come from a good place. Um, but essentially, you have to have a conversation and, set those boundaries and,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully that person would understand, like, this is why I'm kind of pushing back a little bit because
Yeah.
you have to focus on yourself. You do. You have to be able to carry your energy then to give to others and vice versa. Like, firm believer of that. And I think that, if somebody is there sucking the energy or the life out of you, like, you need to contemplate of whether if it's worth it or not to have that person in your life.
Mm.
What would you say?
Maybe you need to be the main character.
Mm.
That's it. Maybe you need to show up as the main character.
Maybe you
That's
need to show up
it.
as the main character.
Yeah, we can have 2 main characters. There's room for everyone.
Yeah, there is. I mean, you see all these movies and stuff out there. There's more than one
Right.
main character.
Right.
Us, we're two main characters running a
Yes.
podcast.
Hello. That's what it is. But sucks your feelings are getting hurt. But you
I
should
know.
you show up as the main character energy. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a random question.
Okay.
Since you don't really watch Survivor, I
Uh-huh.
love Survivor. If you don't watch Survivor, that's a really good self-care is watching Survivor. And you think you can do these challenges. Like in my
Mhm.
mind, I'm like, oh, I can do that. Okay. So anyway.
Yeah. I could see you on the edge of your
Oh,
seat just,
I can do that.
ooh.
Which aspect of Survivor do you think you excel at the most? Would you, because you know, like Survivor,
Mhm.
okay, whatever.
Mm.
Would you excel at the physical challenges, the strategic gameplay, or social interactions?
Ooh. I would say social interactions for me. I love to talk
Mm,
to people. I love to form those relationships. I think, yeah, absolutely. If we're on Survivor together, boo, we gonna be linked. And I'll be like, if you find an immunity or like something to save, same vice versa.
yeah.
But it's also different when you're probably stranded on an island and trying to survive. Um,
Yeah.
but I would say social. What would you say?
I would say social because I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be good in no physical challenge. I got a bad knee. I'm flat footed. No, you want me to climb up what and then jump in this water? I got braids? No, it's a no. I'm in social interaction. I'll be like, all right, Brandy, this way he said right there, but we can make him think that he's safe. We can do that. We'll do like social
Should we
interaction.
or should we
No,
apply to go
absolutely
on?
not.
No.
No.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Survivor is like going camping.
Yeah, and I don't
And
camp.
I don't
I don't
know
camp.
what to
Mosquitoes,
do.
bugs. You have to build your own fort or your
Yeah.
own shelter.
I don't think I'll no.
You
No.
always got sand on your crack.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
But what they say, like, start a fire and do this. I don't know how would this work. I don't know.
Shit, we got to take maybe some surviving skill classes or
I'm
something.
good on that. I'll watch from a distance. I'll root for you. I ain't doing that. But needless to say, in a nutshell, friendships are essential to your well-being.
Yes, they're essential, and yes, they're essential. They're important, and they are crucial to I think just surviving
Yeah, and
daily
know the
life.
difference between a colleague, an acquaintance,
Acquaintance,
and a fake friend. Oh, we didn't talk about that, but that's next time.
fake friend. Yep, next time.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching our podcast today. Until next time.
Bye.
See ya.